I went to a seminar last week with a guy called Uncle Bob from Uluru, and he was speaking about the people that they were, and then the white man coming in and changing everything on them, and how they have drifted away from their culture. And my idea was to, because I've done some sort of research in the area, trying to get some information on Byron from an Aboriginal perspective, and there's not much out there. I thought it'd be a good idea to get the kids involved, to do the research themselves, and then do a weekly meeting where we'd speak about what topics they found or what stories they had, and based on that we would guide them, not tell them, but guide them in a journalist book-making perspective on how to format it, to put it together.
Good idea.
The idea is that you want to get the local story of the local Byron Aboriginal story, documented by the local Byron kids.
Yeah.
So I don't know that you need to go that far out to say Uncle Bob. Well, I reckon the people are here.
But the problem is that from the Aboriginal perspective, they don't want to disclose that kind of stuff. At the moment, it comes across that they already have closed in and reclused in regards to their identity. I think we'd find it very hard to get them to open out. But I don't know that for a fact. Now maybe they might jump at the idea straight away. Just that seminar that I went to gave this, inspired me to think this way, and obviously meeting Crystal and Jim.
Was there many Aboriginals at that seminar?
No, there was probably only about 4 or 5. There was one guy, Nick or Mike, I think his name is. I think he's one of the head guys in this area. I tried to catch up with him, but it's a bit hard. But maybe we speak to this woman and see how she got about getting this guy down here, and what does she feel? Does she think that it's men's business that we should speak to the men about it, or is it women's business? Would we be more productive to go down the woman and the mother end? Because obviously trying to get the kids involved as well, maybe it probably is a better idea to get the women involved. But and then in time, hopefully the men can go through them. Like you know yourself, if the woman says this is the way it's going to be, it's just like
women do have certain power. They certainly have certain power.
The Aborigines deserve as much recognition, overdue recognition as possible. Reversing 200 years of colonialism and oppression. When you as an Irishman, you're suffering from 800 years of oppression. The Vikings, the Romans, the British have colonised and exploited Ireland for 800 years, so I guess that's why
hence the reason why I'm so passionate about it.
Obviously that's why you empathise with the Aborigines. As an Irish person whose race has been exploited by different colonised for 800 years, you can feel the pain of the Aborigines who've been colonised for 200 years. So you're an ideal person to empathise with.
But there's still hope there. There's definitely still hope.
There's
200 years, it's not gone.
There's always hope.
It's not
absolutely.
Gone. It's not gone.
There's always potential for rebirth and healing and regeneration. Their culture can come back strong. Why not? It should. They should have the freedom to live how they want. Regardless of the Western system.
Civilization.
It was their land originally. It wasn't Terra Nullius.
It
was just a convenient legal fiction to steal land from them.
So, well, I think definitely to try and stay away from the political end of it, because if you get into the political end,
avoid the bureaucracy. Don't do it.
It'll just spiral. It'll spiral into that quicksand. Exactly.
Do it outside of the bureaucracy. You have to.
Just basic. We're trying to get a book together on the Aboriginal background of this particular area, this particular land, and we're trying to encourage the kids to do it themselves.
It's a good educational project.
We're just going to give them a little bit of guidance in regards to how to format it, how to put it together. and hopefully we can get it into a book form.
I love the idea. What we're getting with the media is did marketing and things like that, and we're getting so much commercial, Western, profit-driven media all around the world, and cultures are being decimated intentionally. This is what to aspire towards, this is what is success, this is this and this. This is not important because it doesn't make money, and I think saving cultures is important, it's vital, it's our history. In the past, books have been burnt through takeovers and civil wars and things like that. But yeah, I think getting history of cultures in various regions, various countries, various Indigenous cultures is a beautiful, worthwhile project. Over time, as time goes on, even week by week, memories are lost.
I think the first thing is to try and get some sort of backfeed from the Aboriginal people in regards to whether they feel that's something that we can approach and can do. And then if it does work right in our favour, then to get the church involved, to get a grant. There's grants out there, and I don't see any reason why this shouldn't be in a priority sense to get government funding.
What would you use the money for?
What do we use? Well, publishing. Like, we're going to have to get somebody involved in regards to publishing, how to put a book together. We're going to need some sort of printing firm to issue a first publishing. Yeah.
I suppose initially as a project for school kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
but like, it doesn't. Does it? Like, we're talking about Aboriginals now. Does it need to be purely Aboriginals? Can we spread it across? Like, if we're going to be perfectly honest, like, there's no reason why we shouldn't get the white kids involved, like without throwing it out as black and white. But there's no reason why there should be a line between who's allowed to get involved in this. Because I think it'd be probably even great for the white kids, I hate saying the word, to get involved in it also.
I don't know how you pitch something like that to a school. Do you go to the headmaster and say, listen, we want to create this project for your kids to learn more about the local area? We've had discussions with the Aboriginal elders, and they're willing to engage the children.
Bring it into a school form.
And you guide the kids through it and sort of mediate and negotiate with the Aboriginals.
How many schools is there in this now?
Maybe a project like this, Culture Savers, where there's some historical documentation, and it's already happening, but more projects to do this, getting the kids involved from those cultures. It creates awareness within the cultures themselves, puts it in a package where, you know, it's a beautiful project.
I had a friend on today was speaking that he said he was watching a program last night. I didn't see the TV, but he said it was all exactly about this, and that a lot of that culture now has died away, in the sense that the only way that they're continuing it is through their art. That it's not actually being related back out to the new generation verbally, as in their songs and their old stories, like whatever. That it's the only thing that's really staying is their art, which is like a shame, really, because obviously it's a lot bigger than that. But even in that, like, we could bring the local art in, as in what were their paintings, what were the meanings of their paintings. Fuck me, this size.